Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Jason with the Humble Beginnings Homestead. Today we are taking a tour of our 1930s Depression era farmhouse. Now I have to warn you, this house has been empty for I think over 10 years and it's got problems. Now, I like to say we didn't buy the house, we bought the farm. And the house came with it. And that's true. I didn't pick this place for the house. I picked it for the farm, the location, the resources. I didn't pick it for the house, but the house was a bonus. But when we started looking deeper into the house, we noticed that it had a lot of issues. So we have already been inside gutting the house. We found rot, we found termite damage, we found water damage, we found no insulation, we found bad electric. It's just one thing after another, after another, after another. But before I got it completely gutted, I figured this would be a good time to stop, give you guys a tour so you can see what the place looks like before. One thing I really like about the house is it's got this wraparound deck. Got some new windows put in, but check this deck out. This, you can just about see the entire farm. It's my favorite part so far about the house itself. So let's walk in. Of course, this door is going to be replaced. We got no keys with this house. It's got the original skeleton key lock. Fair warning, this place is a mess. First thing is you walk in the door. You walk right into the living room. It's a pretty good sized room for a small house. Probably end up putting the love seat there, couch there. We're gonna put in a wood stove and then TV right over here. The old flue, if you guys can see that. So there was a chimney right here. They had a gas fireplace here. They had the electric baseboard heat here. And then they even had the wall heat here. So 4 sources of heat in one room. What does that tell you guys? Cold house. We've lived in a cold house before. We've lived in cold houses before. I'm not going through another winter like that. So the first thing I wanted to do was get insulation in this house. This here is our bedroom. And I know it is a wreck. But the one thing we didn't like about this, it's a big room, but you have to walk through our bedroom to get to the second bedroom. We have started putting insulation and drywall up. I've ran all new electric. We're still running electric over here. Whenever I started tearing the drywall down, behind the drywall was newspaper. Underneath the newspaper was original tongue and groove shiplap. It was really, really cool. And then behind the shiplap, there was obviously no insulation. So one of the coolest things that I found in this room was some of the ads. They were from the early 30s, and you could see the women in the dresses and the purses and all that stuff for sale. The wringer washers and all that. It was really, really cool. But the oldest dates that we have found was 1929, 1931, and 1932 on the newspapers used to insulate the walls. I just thought it was super cool. We found the original back door. On the back side of that was a porch that they later on enclosed and turned into a kitchen, which I'll show you in a minute. And then the previous owner added on a dining room to the kitchen, and then they added a bathroom at some time. But yeah, so this is our room, and then we get into the second bedroom, the entire subfloor was rotten. As soon as you stepped on it, you walked right through it. So I went to peel back some of that original subfloor until it was solid, and it never was solid. And then I found 3 or 4 broken and rotted joists. So the entire floor just had to come out. So that's what you're looking at there. We had to take the entire floor out. I had to level up this foundation log. This whole house is held up with logs. That's a big log. So the entire house is held up by logs, and I went ahead and leveled this log here, and then this log that holds up this wall was already level. That log right there was rotten. It was completely rotted out, and this side of the house was sagging. This bedroom was sagging. So we are getting that wall raised currently, and then reframing the floor. Then we'll be putting new plywood down, putting electric and insulation in this one, and then building a closet. If you go through the living room, you walk into this awkward hallway with a weird fireplace in the hallway, which I've never seen before. And then you walk into a really badly done bathroom. The back half of the house is newer. It's ugly, but it's newer. So if we can get the 2 bedrooms and the living room done before Christmas, then we're moving in, and we'll just deal with the ugly in the back of the house. But the plan is to update the bathroom, obviously. Knock out this fireplace, and we're gonna put a door here. This, on the other side of this, is that deck that I was showing you guys. From the front door straight to the back door, open both of those doors and get ventilation, get a cross breeze to go through here, and that's gonna help keep the house cool in the summer. Now, luckily there is some trees around the house, so I think that's gonna help keep the house cool. But for us, this hallway fireplace is not going to work. So from the hallway, you go down. We call this the church kitchen because every kitchen in a church in a basement looks like this. It's long and narrow. And then you go into the dining room with these 80s style French doors. I don't know if they're staying or not, but anyway, you go into the dining room and then directly into the laundry room, and then out to the deck we were on earlier. Big changes back here, I'm hoping. Again, it's not gonna be right away because it's functional, it's ugly, but it's functional. We can live in it right now. The plan is, and I'm open to suggestions. If you guys have a suggestion on anything that I've talked about during this tour, drop it down in the comments. We will consider anything. We are open-minded. It's kind of hard to envision right now because the house is so awkward and choppy. But if you guys have suggestions, we'll definitely listen to them. So what we'd like to do is we would like to gut the kitchen and turn this into the dining room. Get rid of these windows and make this wall a French door so that when we come out of the garage there, or when we park our cars, we can come straight down and unload groceries. Now this wall, we would like to take this wall out and then turn this into the kitchen. The reason why I'd like this to be the kitchen is because I want to be able to wash dishes, and I want to be able to look out the farm. I want to be able to get up every day and see this. So we would like to bring these windows together and push them up and have counters going here with the sink in the middle, It comes over, refrigerator goes here, and then counters come over, and a stove goes here. I've got, believe it or not, a 1930s antique wood cook stove, and I want to put that here so we can heat the back of the house with wood and heat the front of the house with wood. Right in here, build an island. Like I said, the dining room table will be in there. That's what I'd like to do. What I'd like to do in here, if you guys remember our last house, we had a big walk-in pantry. I mean, a big walk-in pantry. And once you've had a pantry, you cannot not have a pantry. They're just essential, especially on a homestead when you store so much food and do so much canning. So what I'd like to do in here is I'd like to get rid of this door, since we're gonna put one right here where the fireplace is. I'd like to get the washer and dryer in here and then make this the pantry. So all this is going to be shelving from floor to ceiling so that we can walk in and grab our stuff and go straight to the kitchen and start cooking. And then hopefully, instead of that swinging door, we can put a barn door that slides this way to kind of save room because it's really tight back here. And what I would like to do is I would like to take this tongue and groove shiplap. I'd like to have it planed down to where it's smooth, and then install this as hardwood floors in the main part of the house. Now we're carpet people. We're carpet people in the bedrooms. I don't like to wake up in the middle of the night or early in the morning and have cold feet walking across the floor. And if you burn wood, you know what I'm talking about. It's always going to be chilly in the morning when the fire is down or when it's low. So we're carpet people, but I would love to keep some of this old shiplap. I'd love to keep some of this old in this house so that it's not all 100% new. I didn't want a new house. I wanted an old house with character. But when you're taking it down to the bones, a lot of times that character is lost. It's definitely lost in the bathroom, and it's definitely lost in the kitchen. And hopefully we can bring that back with some old style cabinets and stuff like that, and the old wood cook stove. But that's the plan with the hardwood floors. This is poplar. So if you guys know anything about poplar wood floors, I've seen it in old 100-year-old houses. I haven't really watched any videos on poplar wood floors, but if it's a bad idea, let me know so I don't waste time and money milling or sanding this stuff down and prepping it for hardwood floors. I know poplar is a soft wood and it's probably going to scuff and ding, but that's what I want. I want the floors to look like they're 80 years old. I don't want them to look like brand new hardwood floors. So anyway, that is the house. That is our plans. If you guys have any suggestions, again, drop it down in the comments. I know it's a disaster right now. I hope you guys can see through the disaster and see the beauty or the gem that I see. Remember, every diamond starts off as coal. So that is the farmhouse tour. I appreciate you guys coming along with me. It's gonna be a long journey though. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit subscribe. If you guys want to check out every step of our renovation with this farmhouse, if you guys have any questions or comments or any suggestions that we can do to make this process a little easier or make it a little nicer, go ahead and drop that in the comments. And if you like what you're seeing here, go ahead and hit the like button. That really helps our channel grow. Again, this is Jason with the Humble Beginnings Homestead. We'll see you next time. Thanks.